Formula One is not just a race, it's a technological testing lab where the world's most brilliant mathematicians and also engineers are battling for tenth of a second. In 2016, when the Liberty Media acquired the sport for about um, 4.6 billion US dollar, they didn't just buy a racing series. They inherited what we call now a 14-year-old startup. 40-year-old startup. For decades, F1 was a traditional exclusive clubs run by a person named Bernie Ecclestone. It had almost no digital presence. There is no marketing department, and also there is no social media strategy. And yeah, today we're going to dissect the Harvard Business School case about Formula One, unleashing the greatest racing spectacle on the planet. So, we will explore how F1 transformed into a global entertainment brand, and then the engineering marvels of the hybrid era, and also how we can apply these high stakes strategies into our own global branding. But first of all, to understand the F1, we must understand the car. So basically, an F1 car is a carbon fiber beast with about 11,000 components, I suppose, yeah, 11,000 components, and also about 1 kilometers long wiring. And since 2014, these cars have used about 1.6 liters V6. The V6, yeah, they have used 1.6 liter V6 hybrid engines. It's proving that sustainability can coexist with extreme power. The the physical toll on the gladiators behind the wheel is staggering. Where at the Monza circuit in Italy, a driver needs to decelerate from 200 miles per hour to just about 13 miles per hour, and in just 1.9 seconds. During this, they face 5 times the force of gravity. That's literally 5G. That's the same as what fighter jet pilots experience when they're on maneuvers, some crazy maneuvers like Cobra or something. And that is while standing on a brake pedal that has a pressure equivalent to a 135 kilograms single leg press. This is why data is a king, because every car has about 200 sensors that producing a massive 500 gigabytes of data per weekend, turning every race into a battle of mathematicians who determine the fastest way to finish the line. A major inflection point mentioned in the case was this lack of wheel-to-wheel competitions, because Ross Brown explained that modern F1 cars were actually aerodynamically fragile. Why? Because when a car followed closely, it lost its performance, you know, due to its protective bubbles, or it's called turbulent wake, or also it's called dirty air. And to fix this issue, the 2021 Concord Agreement, they introduced radial car designs with simplified front wings, yeah, and also a bigger rear wings to direct air higher, allowing for closer racing. And most importantly, it introduced about 175 million budget cap. For this, the big three Mercedes, Ferrari, and also Red Bull were outspending the midfield by 200 million US dollars or more to simply by a 4/10 of a second advantage per lap. And of course, why they um, dare to spend that much? Because the price is also pretty good, and they can get their money back. Yeah, whatever. And managing F1 is an operational nightmare because it is a traveling circus, moving across about 21 countries, facing challenge from Japanese typhoons to complex customs clearance. Where F1 generates revenue through four main pillars. The first one is, of course, the promotions. Promoters pay an average of about 30 million US dollar per year to host that race. And then there is the second one, which is the broadcaster. You know that F1 reaches about 200 territories in a broadcast, with a cumulative audience hitting about 1.9 billion in 2019. And then the third one, of course, the sponsorship. Partnership with giants like AWS, Amazon Web Services, are not longer just a logo or something. They have a deep integration. They have deep integrations in technologicals that provide the F1 insights powered by the machine learning, and it's all by AWS, which is the host provider, international hosting provider that just good. And then the fourth one is experiences. From the 6.6 million Sotheby cars auctions to the 15,000 Pirelli hot laps, F1 is selling luxury and also access. And for what I want to say, yeah. So for our teachers, I suggest, let's look at the F1's North Star for marketing, where we reveal in the racing, taste the oil, and also feel the blood boil. Yeah, that's the marketing, something like that. It basically means telling the behind the scenes human stories. Our ICP school system has incredible products: the Spectre electric car, national debate winners, and also top tier graduates. But are we just selling enrollment, a box? It's like, no, we're not just selling that, because we need to modernize our events into spectacles. What does that mean? So basically, we must turn our academic journey into a compelling digital content that also lets parents and then the community get under the helmet of our student success, of course. And then for our students, for all students like me, observe how F1 used a drive to survive on Netflix to attract a younger global demographic. They realized that the unique viewer count was dropping, so they pivoted on a personalized content. In your school projects, don't just focus on the task. Focus on how the value exists. F1 fans give their data in exchange for personalized access. How can our school maybe, yeah, organize yeah, some kind of sorry. How can our school organizations create some kind of community hub that's provided so much value that people are crying out to be part of it? Use data like F1's Wi-Fi analytics and also Swift glance monitoring to understand what your audience, yeah, actually reacts to. And yeah, wait, let me check. What did I want to say? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh yeah. So basically, the leadership transitions in F1 was a shift from chaotic control to a strategic infrastructure. Ecclestone was a master of deal maker, but Carey, and then there is Bratches and also Brown building a brand. You know, they hired research departments just to tell them why a 14.10 GMT, yeah, 14 and 10 GMT's start time was better for a TV peak hours. And my takeaway, operational data beats gut feelings every time. And yeah, F1 now racing toward its most crucial inflection point, a net zero carbon goal by 2030. And this proves that even the loudest, fastest sport must align with the societal values to remain relevant. They may start to use hybrid, but I guess by the 2013 there will be no gas on F1. Maybe it will be called, yeah, they will all be using EV, electric vehicle. But yeah, I hope they're still making that loud noises, so maybe using a speaker or something like that, because that's what makes F1 good. It's their engine and also the competitions. It's for myself, yeah. Yeah, it depends on everyone. Oh yeah, and yeah, remember, um, competitions elevates engagements. So whether on the track or in the classrooms, I hope we or you keep pushing your strategies boundaries. And I'm Mangkat Haris. Stay critical, stay rational, and see you in the next video. Goodbye. Oh yeah, I guess this is the last video before task 15, which is going to be the last um, video summary, yeah, what uh, according to the informations that we got. And yeah, I hope you guys are good. See you in the next week.